What's going on, everybody? Today, let's talk about how the Mazda dealership tried to charge me $3,000 to replace a $16 part that I did myself. Even though it failed, I did it myself in 2 hours. So if y'all recall back to a video where my serpentine belt broke off, wrapped around my crankshaft, and it pushed out my main crank seal, causing oil to go everywhere. So I went to Mazda, not this Mazda dealership, it was another Mazda dealership, and I bought two crank seals. I bought one just in case I messed it up, and then I bought an extra one. And it cost me $32 for that crank seal. I did it myself the first time in about 2 hours. My mistake was that I pushed back too far on the first time, and it hit the timing chain, and then it tweaked it, and then it started leaking oil again. So I didn't realize I had it pushed back too far because I didn't have a reference, because the one that I took out was already messed up. So I replaced it again, and I pushed it back too far again. So the second time that I pushed it back too far, that I wasn't aware that I pushed it back too far, I went ahead and took it to the Mazda dealership. So the Mazda dealership that I got the crank main seal from said it would be about $250, but they were about 3 weeks back ordered, or 3 weeks backlogged in fixing cars. So the other dealership that I called, which is, about an hour and a half in the opposite direction, said that they could look at it, they could diagnose it, and then they could do it, but they wouldn't know how much it would be. So I put my car on the trailer. I rented a trailer from U-Haul, put my car on the trailer, drove it up to the dealership, and I'm going to show y'all the diagnostic that they did, that they charged me $180 for. And y'all let me know if that was a good diagnostic or if it was not a good diagnostic. Now, mind you, I told them that the issue was the main crank seal. I knew it was the issue because I replaced it and I figured I did it incorrectly. I had no leaks before, so I was pretty confident that that was the issue. Now look at this $180 diagnostic look around that they did on my car.
Technician servicing vehicle this morning. Gonna walk you through your multi-point inspection. Check your bulbs, let you get there in the green. Front wiper blades are good there in the green. Battery and cable ends, fluids, filters, belts, all those are good there in the green. Your front brakes are at 5 millimeters, rears are at 8. So your front and rear pads are good there in the green. Your tires are at 7/32 on 3 of them, and your left front is 8/32. Now, the main reason why you're here is we were talking about the front crank seal. Well, you actually need more than that, because that's a whole lot of oil leaking right there. So I'm going to recommend valve cover gasket, reseal the front cover, which the front cover will include the front crank seal, reseal the oil pan, and put a new dry belt on it with dry belt tensioner, just because the dry belts will have to come off anyway. But yeah, that's what it'll take to get your car from leaking. So, no.
Alright, so right after they sent that video, this came to my phone. Recommended service: seals and gaskets, valve cover gasket, front cover reseal, crank seal, reseal oil pan with new drive belts and tensioner, gaskets and seal perform many different responsibilities, blah, blah, blah. So this is what they want to charge $3,000 for. And you may go, oh, wait a minute, this says $2,050. Give me 1 second. Now, one thing that you should always do when you are getting a repair estimate or any estimate at all is always ask them for the out the door price. And that's going to be the price with all the services, taxes, fees, everything. Always ask them for the out the door price, because the price they initially give you and the out the door price can vary heavily. And in this case, they wrote this up to where they were going to charge me $3,000 because they had it written where they were going to charge me the $2,050, which should have been the total price, but they were trying to charge me the $2,050 plus the $740, which the $740 shouldn't have been added on to it. So they were trying to charge me $3,000 out the door instead of $2,000 out the door. So while I was there and they already had the car, I told them to only do the front main seal. Don't do anything else. If anything else leaks, I told them I will take care of it. I was like, but since y'all already have my car, y'all already gonna charge me $180 for the diagnostics fee, go ahead, only replace the crank seal. Don't touch anything else. And as you can see, they put right down in number 4, replace crank seal per customer request, not responsible for any of the leaks found after crank seal replacement. And it has been solid ever since. So you see here they charge $716.52 and $23.69, which is equal like $740. But I'm gonna show you what the actual out the door price was. As I said before, always ask for the out the door price. Now, if you look down, you will see $38.75 for shop supplies. They had to use no shop supplies to fix my car besides an impact wrench. No RTV was needed. Nothing was needed besides the tools that they already have to replace my car. They charged me $23 for the part, which was a $16 crank seal. The $38.75 for the shop supplies, they had to use no extra shop supplies besides the tools they already have to repair my car. So always ask for the out the door price. Now if you look at labor, they charge $716.52 for labor. Now mind you, I did this for the first time in my garage on the floor and it took me 2 hours. So why are they charging $716 worth of labor for something that I did on my back for the first time in 2 hours? But a Mazda dealership, the Mazda techs, the professionals, I was there for 7 hours. And they charged me $716 on labor. But you live and you learn. I wanted my car fixed. I realized what my issue was. And the next time this has to come up, or if you ever have to do it, you know how to fix it. You need to make sure the seal is flat with the front case and not pushed back, because if it's pushed back too far, it will hit the timing chain and it will basically destroy the seal and it will continually oil again. So learn from my mistakes. But I do want to end the video on this note. I see how dealerships and mechanics can easily take advantage of someone who does not know anything about their car. If an average person that didn't know car, like for instance, if my wife went to the dealership and they said, oh, you have a leak. Oh, this is going to cost $3,000 to fix this leak. She wouldn't know heads from tails on whether she needed it done or if she didn't need it done. So I feel like the average person would pay the $3,000 for them to maybe not even replace all the seals. Who can even say that they actually pulled the front cover off and did everything? Who can actually verify that they actually replaced the front cover seal, that they actually pulled off the oil pan and did the oil pan seal? The only thing you really can verify is that if they did the valve cover gasket. And even with the valve cover gasket, they could just go in and just clean it and be done with it. So you could be paying $3,000 for them to do 2 hours of work, which is just replacing the main crank seal and not doing anything else other than that work. And this was after I had talked to them. I had talked to the sales rep, the customer service rep that was at the front, and the mechanic, the tech that worked on my car, came out and talked to me. And I had to tell them over about a span of 10 minutes that I did the main crank seal. That is the issue. My car didn't have any of the leaks before the serpentine belt broke, and it ripped my main crank seal. I said, I went to Mazda, put an OEM Mazda in there. I must have did something wrong. I need y'all to only replace the crank main seal. I don't need y'all to touch anything else on my car but the crank main seal. That is it. And the mechanic just was looking at me like I was stupid. basically. Yeah, it was looking at me like I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, and that they just needed to do the $3,000 worth of work on my car. So, like I said, if it's an average person walking into the dealership and they are telling them this and they don't have the slightest idea what they're talking about, more than likely they're going to pay the $3,000, because if the oil was leaking the way mine was leaking, where I was coming out, and you could clearly see a puddle of oil, and then it was all under the car. Every time I came to a stop, it was smoking, and I could smell the burnt oil because I guess it was hitting the exhaust. I could smell the oil coming through my AC vents in my car. So if the average person is going through that, they're going to pay the dealership that money. So you all just need to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of when you go to the dealership, because something that should have cost $250, they could easily try to upcharge you $3,000. So always try to make sure that if you can have a second opinion, in some of these cases, try to make sure to have a second opinion. You can't always trust the first opinion, because that really could cost you 4 or 5 times more than what it should on some work that they may not even do in the first place. So just take a heed from this, and sometimes you just gotta say fuck the dealerships, and I see how they do try to take advantage of people, and if you don't know, you don't know. So hopefully they didn't take advantage of anyone that's listening to this, and if they did, feel free to leave it in the comments, and that way maybe it'll help somebody in the future. So you always can try to fix it yourself, and then if you can't fix it, try to get a second opinion. But yeah, I won't be going back to this particular Mazda dealership. I went to them a lot when my car still had a warranty on it, doing my oil changes. But after seeing how they try to take advantage of people, even after I told them what the issue was, I don't care for it. I don't go to dealerships and shops often because I do the majority of my work, but I see why people say fuck the dealership. So think, build, enjoy. If you have any questions, comments, or stories, leave them in the comments.